Why I'm saying my background? As I said, I'm educated. Came from the educated family. My parents were employed. I'm not the first generation person. Moderate. I born and brought up in a town, not a rural background. I'm a Christian. I'm a Dalit. I'm a differently able and human rights activist. All these identities and my backgrounds made me to learn various experiences. More than my differently able, I was discriminated based on my caste. My mother was a teacher. She was chosen to be a teacher. Her parents were teachers because my grandparents worked in the villages. She experienced the village life and the misery of the people, and she chosen to be a primary school teacher. She was not allowed to fetch water in a village, a remote. She was the only woman in that village, educated woman in that village. That's also, she came from outside of that village because as a posting, there she was posted in that village, and she was not allowed to fetch water. This is not limited to me, even though I came from the different background. If you look at in the villages, it's still continuing. So let me take you to next slide. The caste. Everybody know the caste. What is caste system? Very quickly, I'll take it. The caste. In the caste system, rights and privileges are defined, are given based on their color. Color means color of bindi, based on their caste. As we are given in the game, we are given certain privileges. It's a privilege to interact everybody free. And each group excludes from each other. The caste is nothing but excluding from each other. And this is also a mindset, and it continues in our mind. By default, we also do that. We experience the same and we'll practice the same by default. What it is, the caste, this discrimination. We have the life. The people who are having black bindi, they have the life. Click. One more click. But without dignity. Once I came, anybody come to know which color of bindi that I am carrying, which caste that I belong in. Immediately their behavior, their response will be changed. Either limits, that is depending on the person to person. But there will be some change. When the people who are very close to me, just half an hour back, because I carried black bindi, after all one person entrenched certain rules, we behaved differently. And that person got different experience. We have life without dignity. Second, we have the skills. These communities, the left out communities and excluded communities, they have the skills, but without livelihood. They have to do. I'll take you little more details on this. There are the incidents, even till today, in the villages that the bonded labor exists. They have the skill, but the lack of livelihoods. They have the skill, but they are not being selected in the interviews. Even the private sector. We did a study in the sense we filed a dummy applications to the corporate sector and private sector. With all the cost, equal qualification, equal skills, and we received the call letters. Primarily more to the green bindis, not for the black bindis or red bindis. We have the duties. We have to render the duties. These people has to beat the drums, clean their carcasses, render free of labor, but no rights. If anybody asks, I worked in your field, agricultural field, I am entitled to get the wages, they were killed. Because she asked the wage. We have the duty, but no rights. This is what the caste. If I put it in very crude, if you look at it if you go to the villages and the experience with the people, we can everybody can realize this is what the caste. But there are certain perceptions. I also use it to think. These are the perceptions which I encounter while I am working with the people, with the different communities, different stakeholders, different officers, different types of categories of my, even with my friends, in the universities to the professors. What I observed, the people always think untouchability is a thing of past, is over. It's only history books people can read, and there is no untouchability. Caste-based restrictions are part of the system. We have to maintain that one. We have to maintain that. This is another perception. Who will clean my toilets if manual scavengers get educated and get their jobs, dignified jobs? And this is a division of labor to maintain the society peacefully. So we have to respect that division of labor, and we have to maintain the same. And the calling by caste name is not a crime. Hey, black bindi. I not put another additional rule in that game. If I put that rule in that game, people will start calling black bindi, black bindi. This has happened even in the Judicial Academy when I put that rule to the judges, same game. Some judges started calling, hey, black bindi, idhar aiye. In the villages, they'll call with the derogatory names, with their caste names, even till today. Not only villages, but also even in Delhi, the same. I can tell you the series of experiences like this. After 1 year, the landlord came to know the lady's caste background, who stayed in that house for last almost 2 years. After 2 years, the landlord came to know that she belongs to Chamar caste. Then only he able to see the color of bindi. Then dragged her into the streets. This is in Delhi, near the Delhi University. Educated, well settled. If you are educated, you can liberate it from this kind of a discrimination. This is another perception. I'm educated. getting house for a rent. I faced a lot of problems even in Hyderabad. One year